Please listen carefully. I bet you had no clue that there are over $1.5 trillion given away each and every year to qualified grant applicants by private foundations. Yes, I said trillions, and I will touch on what I mean by qualified grant applicants in a moment. Oddly enough, only a fraction of American citizens ever apply for these grants. In fact, most people don't even know what a grant really is, or how they work. The reason most American citizens don't apply for these grants is because they are unaware of their existence. Why? Private foundations don't advertise to the general public. Access to the private foundation is by invitation only. But listening to the information I am about to share with you, and only if you act on the knowledge you are about to receive, your financial problems will soon be eliminated. Let me give you some insight on how private foundations operate. Private foundations are united by wealthy corporations, companies, individuals, and privatized business to benefit individuals and small business needing grant money. Some prefer to provide grant money for business, while many others would rather grant their money to individuals like you, to help support their cost of everyday family and/or living expenses. The grant can be used for financial needs such as eliminating credit card debt, paying off student loans, funding a college education, paying off medical bills, paying off a mortgage, purchasing a home, starting or expanding a business, supplementing one's retirement, or any legal financial purpose. Are you interested in hearing more? Okay then, let's discuss how you can benefit from this extraordinary grant program. If you're fortunate enough to be accepted into the private foundation's grant program, you will receive the money you need that will provide you financial peace of mind and start you off on the road towards financial security in less than 1 year. Notice I said if you're fortunate to be accepted. That is the key. Billions of dollars are awarded each year through foundations and charities by way of corporations, organizations, and individuals who are known for their philanthropic gestures. In fact, surveys suggest that 75% of small firms donate to charities each year, averaging a contribution of 6% of their profits. Women-owned businesses tend to donate an average of 10% of profits, and those with the highest revenues are, not surprisingly, the most generous. Contributing to a worthwhile cause has many benefits beyond the act of goodwill itself. It gives local business owners an opportunity to embed themselves in the community and network with other donors. And, of course, there are great tax deduction benefits. As shown on the flowchart, the process goes as follows. Corporations and small businesses donate a percentage of their profits to the foundation. For their contribution, these businesses receives a tax reduction from the IRS. Charitable contributions can qualify as tax deductions against business annual tax liability. Because of this, MCS Consultants through its private foundation provides grants to individuals and small business owners for things such as college funding, paying off existing student loan debt, paying off credit card debt, paying off a mortgage, purchasing a home, supplementing retirement, starting a business, church funding and building expansion, paying off judgments, eliminate bankruptcies. Chapters 7. The first requirement is being invited to enter the grant program. The invitation is provided through the private foundation's affiliate grant writing company MCS Consultants. MCS stands for Making Christians Self-Sufficient. The second requirement is submitting a grant request through MCS Consultants. As I stated earlier, the grant request could be for eliminating one's debt, or even paying off student loans, paying off one's mortgage, or even starting a business. As long as the grant proceeds will be used for a legitimate financial purpose. The third requirement will be reviewing the grant request by the private foundation's grant committee. If the grant request is accepted, the grant requester will be notified by their MCS consultant. The fourth requirement is the grant requester must contribute 10% towards their grant. This is the most important requirement of the 5. What do I mean by contribute towards their grant? Simply this. It is important to understand that the private foundation is a Christian-based organization whose mission is helping responsible individuals, families and small business owners by eliminating 90% of their debt. You notice I use the word responsible. The private foundation knows there are thousands, maybe even millions of individuals who are the victims of unfortunate circumstances that have placed them in dire financial straits. Millions of people are currently unemployed and have stopped looking for work due to a lack of jobs. Millions have maxed out on their credit cards and denied additional credit. Thousands of individuals are filing bankruptcy every day. And millions of homeowners are facing foreclosure. The private foundation understands this dilemma and believes that everyone deserves the opportunity to achieve financial security and be able to live their lives with dignity. If only they had some help. This is where the private foundation comes in. However, the private foundation takes the position that although these individuals may have been the victims of unfortunate circumstances, they still must take responsibility for their debt or whatever the financial need may be. This is why the grant requester is required to contribute 10% towards their grant. By doing this, they are taking responsibility for their financial state. By taking responsibility, the private foundation will contribute the remaining 90% towards their grant. This is what makes the program effective. By taking responsibly for their finances, the grant requester is getting a second chance for financial stability.